If you tried every morning routine out there and still can stay consistent, the problem isn't your discipline, it's your routine. After years of failing at morning routines, I realized something. If your routine requires constant motivation, it's not a routine, it's performance. In this video, I'm going to break down 3 common mistakes that are keeping your routine from working, and then I'm going to show you the one shift that made motivation completely irrelevant for me. Without that, none of the rest actually matters. Most of us plan with a certain healthy delusion and we assume our best day behavior will just become the default.
So the routine grows way too long, but what our dopamine-drunk brain doesn't realize is that we basically set ourselves up for failure. We try to do the absolute most, then wave the white flag in 3 days.
And then one morning you sleep in, or you're not in the mood.
And instead of just doing what you can, you do nothing. Because if you can do all 15 steps, what's the point?
And the whole thing collapses like a domino. It's easy to show up on a good day, but the test of a good morning routine isn't how it feels on your best day, it's how it feels on your worst.
Are you serious? So instead, start with the basics. What are your non-negotiables? These are the things just to function as a human. And then add one thing at a time, paying attention to how it actually feels in the long run. Not after days, but over weeks and highs and lows.
In the beginning, I did what most of us do. I found people whose life I wanted and copied everything they did. The travel filmmakers, the entrepreneurs, the creators who just seemed to have it all figured out. And for about 3 days, I genuinely believed I was becoming that person. But what looked good for them felt completely unnatural to me. It was just empty chasing of a feeling I was trying to fake.
I hate running.
I was convinced that if I did everything they did, I would eventually become who they are.
The routine has to fit your life, not the other way around. I forced myself to wake up at 5 a.m. just to be able to say I wake up at 5 a.m. Same with working out. Morning workouts looked amazing on everybody's channel, but my most productive hours are in the morning. That's when I'm most focused, the most creative, the most energetic. I was burning through my best energy on a workout and then wondering why I couldn't think straight by 10 a.m. Now I use my mornings for deep work and save the movement for later, as a reward for actually showing up for myself first. Consider your lifestyle, your rhythm, your energy. Don't ask what they do in the morning, ask why, and then find what that looks like in your life. And honestly, this realization was kind of embarrassing because I wasn't actually trying to build the life I wanted. I wasn't choosing habits based on who I was. I was choosing them based on who I thought successful people were supposed to be.
Success is my natural state of being.
And that leads to the third mistake.
This is the one that took me the longest to understand. Most people build habits around outcomes. They think, if I wake up early, I'll become productive. If I work out, I'll become disciplined. If I journal every morning, I'll become confident. Pretty simple, right? Well, no, because that's backwards. You're treating the habit as a transaction. You're doing it to get something. And when the reward feels far away, motivation disappears. But identity works differently. So instead of asking, what do I need to do to become that person, you start asking, what would that person naturally do? That way, the habit stops being a requirement and it becomes evidence. Evidence that you're already becoming her. The woman who values her health moves her body. The woman who trusts herself reflects on her thoughts. The woman who takes her future seriously protects her mornings. Not because she's motivated, but because that's simply who she is.
The shift that changed everything for me wasn't finding the perfect routine. It was changing my why. For years, I tried to force myself to do things because successful people did them. I borrowed habits from successful, disciplined people, from creators I admired, and for a while, I thought that's what self-improvement was. But none of those reasons actually belonged to me. And one day, I had this uncomfortable realization that I wasn't building a life that felt like mine. I was performing a version of success I thought I was supposed to want. Now I move my body because I spend most of my days sitting at a desk, and it genuinely feels good to reconnect with myself. I don't do it because someone on YouTube told me I should. I do it because I've experienced what life feels like when I don't. And that's a completely different relationship. When your routine becomes an expression of your identity, motivation stops being the thing that holds it together. Because you're no longer trying to be someone else, you're just acting in alignment with someone you've already decided to be. But honestly, this isn't just about morning routines, because the same mistake shows up everywhere, in our habits, in our goals, or even in our glow-ups. We try to change our lives by changing what we do before we've changed who we're being. And that's exactly what I talk about in this video right here. If you've ever felt like you're doing all the right things and still not becoming the woman you want to be, this one's for you. I'll see you there. People seriously do this in the mirror. I am confident, capable. Okay, let's try it. This is serious business. No, I cannot laugh. I have to take this seriously. Okay. I am. I'm sure this works for someone.